Hey folks, it's Richard. I just want to let you know that Hello, This is the Doomed Show is coming up on episode 300. We would love to hear from you. So doomedmoviethon@gmail.com is the email. You can write in, or if you want to record an audio message in MP3 form or whatever, do this before May 1st. So episode 300, write to us. Ask us about specific movies you want opinions on, or directors, or genres of movies. Get those cool NFT Bitcoin tips. We'll hook you up. doomedmoviethon@gmail.com. And that deadline is May 1st. On with the show.
Just take your finger. Look at me. Thank you. Take your finger and just very lightly with your fingernail touch the egg. The egg.
The egg's over here.
Come on. Good. Now just hold it right there. Don't move. Don't move. No, don't move.
Your hands are freezing.
Just touch it.
Like
For Christ's sakes, just touch the egg.
Everything is ready, my darling. Do not be afraid. Soon we'll be together again.
This sandwich tastes as dry as hell.
Hello and welcome to Hello, This is the Doom Show, folks. I am Richard, and I'm finally talking to Lee. Hello, Lee.
Hello. Thanks for having me on, Richard.
Oh, man.
Kind of a bucket list thing for me because I've been listening to this friggin' podcast for a decade or more at this point. So, yeah, very excited.
I have been wanting to get you on the horn forever. We finally made it real. We did it. You picked a movie for us. It says Pace Blood on my notes because I make L's weird, but I believe it's Pale Blood from 1990.
Yeah, I was going to do Pace Blood, but you know.
We'll get you back for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Get you back on for that. So this was directed by Dachin. I butchered that. And co-directed with Michael W. Leighton. And so we have a Hong Kong co-director. And is this an American? Yes, an American co-director, written by Dachin and co-written by Takashi Matsuoka.
Yeah.
So,
he's a novelist now or something.
Oh, cool. So this is a very interesting way to start this freaking movie. Just in terms of who's like the brain power behind this thing. And I had heard of this, but I was mixing it up with another one same year, called Red-Blooded American Girl.
Oh.
Directed by David Blythe, the madman behind Death Warmed Up.
Okay.
And My Grandpa is a Vampire. Folks, if you haven't heard Jeffrey and I talk about My Grandpa is a Vampire, go for it. You might be sorry you did. Let's see. I'm going to drop a trailer for... I almost said Red-Blooded American Girl. I'm going to drop a trailer for Pale Blood right now. Here's the trailer. So, yeah, I could not find any sort of a trailer for frickin' Pale Blood anywhere. So here's a Dairy Queen commercial.
Who else treats you right with a taste fantastic, like the Peanut Buster Parfait for just $1.99? Dairy Queen, with crunchy peanuts and layers of thick, hot fudge. Who else treats you right with a beauty like this $1.99 banana split? Creamy smooth, light tasting and delicious. The Dairy Queen Peanut Buster Parfait and Banana Split, only at your Dairy Queen store. Now, only $1.99 each. we treat you right.
I don't have the VHS in front of me. It was released on SVS Triumph Home Video, that famous label everyone's heard of.
Oh, yeah. Lots of titles. Watch it be one of those ones that was just created to release this one movie and then just totally disappeared.
Oh, no. This is fun. They put out Best of the Best from 1989.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool. So, yeah, there's some stuff out there. But the back of the VHS, folks, you got to bear with me. This has a lot of text. I'm going to go for it. Here we go. This is what's on the back of the VHS tape. Journey into the dark world of the vampire, where beauty and evil, desire and dread mingle in a sensual embrace that goes beyond ecstasy into terror. In the dead of night, a murderer stalks Los Angeles. His victims are discovered drained of blood, and some people believe this cunning killer is a vampire. Michael Fury is one of them. For Fury is indeed a vampire doomed to spend eternity alone, unless he can discover another of his own kind. His search for the killer takes him deep inside Hollywood's kinky underground, where there are no sins that are too strange, no lusts that are too unnatural, where anything goes except not going too far enough, and where there are unknown dangers so terrible that even a vampire must fear for his life. Color, 93 minutes. The only tagline on the front here is an erotic thriller.
I mean, there's a little bit of that in this.
Yep. For $14.99, you can get the promo copy. It says promotional copy, not for sale or rent. So if you watch it, you probably have every few minutes that little warning pops up. Not for sale. You know what? We should just tell this eBayer to take it down.
Yeah.
It says not for sale, buddy.
No, I loved getting those. I used to have a local corner store that sold VHS or rented VHS, and the guy was like one of this nice little Lebanese man who wanted to have return customers, and so he treated me like a king. Every time I went in there, I have 3 or 4 of these, not for rental or sale tapes. You want to take them home with you while you rent some other stuff? Okay.
You said yes, please.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had something. I had a promotional copy of something for years. I can't remember what it was now. It was an Italian horror film. Might have been Trauma or something. I had a weird copy of Trauma. I've got another copy now. I was like splurge for that VHS. I deserve it.
Yeah.
I don't. I bought it anyway. So, folks, we're going to spoil Pale Blood, and yes, there is a twist, and it's pretty wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Just a few of our important characters here. Michael Fury is indeed the vampire. I do love the James Joyce reference with his name. That's wonderful. Different spelling. But this is George Chakiris.
Yep.
And his IMDb profile picture made my brain explode, and subsequently made Lietta's brain explode when I told her. As a young man, he was very distinct looking, a very handsome young man. But I was like, is that the dancer from White Christmas who stands out like a sore thumb? And sure enough, this guy was in White Christmas. It's amazing. I couldn't believe it.
His biggest claim to fame is West Side Story.
Right.
But, I mean, he's still kicking, 92 years old.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
he took a long break from acting from like 96 to 2021. He wasn't working, but he's back, still going. I've still never seen all of West Side Story. I've seen parts of it on TCM back in the day.
Yeah, I've
get around to it.
I've seen scenes. I'm not super big into musicals, especially ones where everyone's dancing and singing at each other. I tend to avoid those ones. But George Chakiris, he's kind of one of these actors who's like kind of really well known, but he's one where almost his entire filmography has just escaped me somehow. It's just like, yeah, okay.
He's hiding out in plain sight. Next up, we have the frickin' star of not just this movie, but every movie he's in, no matter how small his part is. He was also the lead actor in Our Lives, Wings Hauser. Rest
Yep.
in peace. Fucking madman. He does not bring the madness to this movie.
Yeah. There's very few movies where he doesn't Hauser it up, and he brings it here for sure.
I swear, and I'm sure he's saying some dialogue that people have written, but I feel like every time I've ever seen him, he's cutting loose.
I mean, and there's a lot of low budget films he kind of just wandered into and was kind of given free reign to do whatever the hell he wants. It feels like he's doing it here, even if he's going on bullet points. It feels like he's riffing a lot. So,
Wings Hauser plays Van Vandermeer. Perfect name. He is our vampire hunter. He's a distant relative. It's hinted he's a distant relative of Van Helsing.
Yeah.
Love it. He's going to really go for it later.
Yeah. He's the reason I picked this movie for the show, just as, hey, he just passed a couple months back, and it's like, let's do a Wings Hauser if I'm going to come on.
Your instinct is already paying off. I love it. Next up, we got Pamela Ludwig as Lori, and she is a vampire enthusiast / detective, and she is Mr. Fury's contact. In the States here. He's coming from Eastern Europe, and she's here giving him all the fun stuff about the vampires. But she was in a lot of interesting things like Project X, Over the Edge. I feel like I should recognize her because I've seen some of these movies. Oh, yes, Rush Week. She was in Rush Week, the slasher.
Mm-hmm.
Which was a little too borderline rapey for me.
Okay.
It got a little much where there was the layers of the movie where you had the photographer taking advantage of the young women to get them for money. And I felt like it was an accidentally analogous to the film itself.
Jeez.
Oh boy. She was also in something called Split Image that looks good. A rising star gymnast lured to a religious cult by a beautiful girl. Oh, wow. Michael O'Keefe, Karen Allen, James Woods, Peter Fonda, Brian Dennehy.
Wow, okay.
What? Lee Montgomery. Fuck yeah, dude. I'll watch that shit. Is it based on a true story? I don't know. Anyway. And then we've got good old Diana Frank as Jenny. Jenny is a model who's going to fall under the influence of Michael Fury. And she's just a happy-go-lucky kid. What is her accent? I have no idea.
The only thing I thought about with Jenny, it's like, she's basically our hero's blood bag that he drinks out of for the entire movie.
That is 100% right. Oh, she's French. So this actress is French.
Okay. Oh yeah, because when there's that real brief scene where we first see like two ladies of the night or models perhaps hanging outside of Hauser's place, and they're both speaking with like French accents, and it's like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah, she's in some weird stuff. She's in a movie called Man Killers from 1987. Oh, a David A. Pryor joint. Oh, that's a good time.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I love it. I'm just excited. This cast is just paying off in dividends here. This is perfect. But yeah, she's also in a 1998 movie called Club Vampire. So
this movie?
She could not get away from this subgenre here. Oh boy. Anyway, she's lovely. Her pal is named Cherry, and Cherry is played by Darcy DeMoss.
Yeah.
She was in Can't Buy Me Love and Friday the 13th Part 6.
Mm-hmm.
What? Brilliant. Yep. I just watched Part 7 the other night, so I got a little taste of 6, with the clips.
She's got a fun, brief part in Hard Bodies, that sex comedy, which is surprisingly sex positive.
Oh my God, yes. I watched that. Brad got me that. I was scared to watch it. That was the infamous movie my grandpa watched while I was asleep, in quotes, in quotes on the Lazy Boy. And every few minutes during the movie, my grandpa would get up and stare at me and see if I was asleep. He wouldn't have watched it if I was awake. And I ended up just watching the entire film with him. Yep, terrifying. Yeah. Speaking of not terrifying, but awesome, Nightlife. 1989, not to be confused with Nightlife from the same year that's about the vampire.
Yeah.
That would have been hilarious. No, this is Nightlife from 1989. It's got John Astin from Addams Family fame and Scott Grimes, Cheryl Pollack. It is awesome. And I'm trying to will this movie out of VHS hell and get it onto Blu-ray. I think the copy I have is a rip from a Laserdisc, maybe?
Okay.
So it looks pretty good, but still, it's like almost totally forgotten little movie. That's our main cast. We'll jump into this plot. Okay, the movie opens with Wings Hauser narrating. I thought it was a non sequitur, but no. He's talking to someone off screen that we do not see, and we'll be meeting that character later. Someone named Oswald.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, this is all true. Narrator, blah, blah, blah. It's very Wings. He sounds sweaty.
Yeah.
Sounds jittery.
Now, as I was saying, I don't want to bother you with details on how I arrived at this. Just let me say that it is a work of true conviction, of true commitment, and years of single-minded dedication. Mr. Oswald, if you can't stop shaking, I will have to ask you to leave the room.
Go to the airport, Los Angeles airport here. I'm assuming it's JFK or whatever.
Yeah.
Our hero, our main guy, Michael Fury, rolls up off of presumably off of a plane, or maybe he flew there. I don't know.
Maybe he's the night flyer. He had a little private plane.
I have never seen that. I've always wanted to see that. I feel like I've done myself a disservice. Speaking of great vampire movies.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
I'll get to it. Someone's paging him, and while they're playing some nice goth rock light, I want you to tell me about George Chakiris' performance here.
I think he's really good in this. Just the way they present him. First off, there's the most distracting thing is that he looks like Neil Breen if Neil Breen was a 7 instead of a 3. So, like, that's the thing I couldn't unsee this entire movie. It's like, oh, it's Neil Breen, but he can actually act, and he's a handsome man compared to
me. I wrote in my notes, he's the eternally youthful middle-aged vampire.
Yes, because he's a guy who looks really great from a distance, but once you get the close-ups, and there's a lot of close-ups in this film, you see his age just like because at this point he's like pushing 60, I believe. So like,
yeah.
But you see it in his face, but he looks great. But he just has this really great stoic performance, this entire thing. Some would call it wooden acting. I think he's playing basically Bela Lugosi as a vampire without the theatrics.
Yeah.
So like I think he's doing a great job here, honestly. I was really impressed.
He's been alive for hundreds of years, and he has adopted a new methodology of vampirism where he's just using people for blood bags, but not killing them. It's very nice. Love it.
And he's very lonely. He wants to find other vampires. He's been in contact with this detective across the ocean to try to like basically hunt down and investigate these vampire killings, quote unquote, that have been going on. So
yes, he gets to the phone and he's told to go to the Metropolis on some street in LA. And so he hops in a cab and goes over there. That's when he finds a body in the window. And just as he's about to investigate this, news reporters and the cops come flooding in. So he backs off and like sneaks out. And that's when he meets Lori, our plucky, fun-loving vamp, what we call her, Vamp Stan.
Yeah, she's a groupie. At least that's how she comes off. Like, you know, as we get into the secrets of this film, we'll talk about that. But at first, you know, honestly, this movie did a good job of like keeping its secrets for a while. I felt like, because at first I was wondering how in the hell did he beat the camera crew and the crowd and the police to that dead body?
Yep.
He was tipped off, and someone who tipped him off knew the body was already there. So there was some other stuff going on in the background of this that you wouldn't expect from a direct-to-video vampire movie from 1990.
It's very well thought out and
Yeah.
very. I'll save a certain word for later, and when we talk about how we really feel about this one. But he ends up being taken by Lori to his chic minimalist condo that she's arranged for him. It just reminded me of the vampire episode of X-Files. I want to say it was like season 3 or 4, where we've got the very much inspired by my brain's doing me no favors tonight. I'm telling you, this is hilarious. I need to get into Sudoku or something. Come on, brain, kick it out. What's the David Bowie vampire movie?
Starts with an H.
The Hunger.
The Hunger. There we go.
Thank you. The cat helped. And you helped. You saved us with the H. The Hunger, very much inspired by The Hunger, which I think also inspired this movie. A bit. He goes, after ditching Lori and looking at his place, he goes out and he ends up investigating on his own to find the evidence that they left behind at this window dressing. And Wings Hauser is across the street filming this. He's a filmmaker, a wannabe artistic filmmaker, and he's the one who's going to figure out that good old Furies of Vampire, because he moves too fast to be captured on VHS, except for brief flashes of him there.
Let me just correct you. Wings Hauser is not a filmmaker. He's a video artist, damn it. This isn't film, it's videotape.
Oh man, I blew it. And he was so careful to point that out.
Yeah.
Ad nauseum.
I thought it was great. Like, it just what a neat little this thing to throw in for the character, where he's obsessed with videotape. Film is dead, man. Film is too old.
The meeting between these two, I don't think they're going to be besties. It's a very prickly meeting between Van Vandermeer and Michael Fury. It's great.
Looking for something? Jesus Christ, man. You scared the shit out of me. You a cop? Are you a cop?
Something happening down there?
No, nothing's happening down there.
Why are you filming nothing?
Look, first of all, this isn't film, it's videotape, all right? Second of all, I'm an artist. I don't have to explain to you or anybody else in the world what I'm doing. Art.
But there's nothing happening down there.
You'd be surprised what you can do in the editing process. Bang.
What's your video about?
It's a goddamn documentary, all right?
He ends up disappearing. He pulls a Batman and disappears on Van Vandermeer, and he's looking around like, where'd he go? Where'd he go? And what I love is, I don't know who encouraged Wings to do this, or if this is all Wings is doing. He is just narrating all his thoughts out loud in this movie.
He has to be riffing when he's doing that.
Totally.
It just had to be like, the director's like, okay, I just need you to like do these lines, and then we're just going to keep the camera on you and you emote or whatever. And he's emoting, but he's spouting the words with emotion as well at the same time. He's just going for it. Yeah.
Oh, he did some lines.
Yeah, certainly. Most certainly that happened.
I did skip something important. We need to talk about the freaking nightclub with the good old Agent Orange. Tell me about this scene, man.
This is one of the things that I think is kind of key to this movie, where it shows like the actual artistic thought and intent behind this, compared to your usual run-of-the-mill like exploitation directors who just want to make a shitty vampire film and sell it. They're full on making an Agent Orange music video in this, basically.
That's crazy.
But at the same time, they're like setting up how Michael Fury works. He's going to the club. There's all these quick shots between the band, between him, between potential female blood bags that he can keep on the side while he's in town. And he's just sussing out the perfect woman to become his girlfriend, so to speak. And every time Agent Orange plays in this movie, all of a sudden the energy just starts just rising. And The opening scene where he's in the airport, it's kind of like, okay, it's kind of stilted. It's a little slow. He gets into the cab, and then there's Agent Orange playing, and it's like, oh shit, this is a movie. We're in a movie now. Stuff's happening. And I was like, why can't the cab ride be like the first 5 minutes of this movie? That would really set the tone, because you're getting like another thing this movie does great is it just sets the time and place perfectly. You really get a sense of, yes, this is L.A. These are the street people in L.A. This is all the stuff that's happening in 1990 L.A. And the kind of stuff like this really sucked me into the movie. I was like, oh shit, I'm on board for all of this.
This is an ambitious start. Like when it kicks in and you got the quick cutting and everything, it's really solid. Two crazy things. One is they're having the dude from Agent Orange sing right into the camera. Like he is locking eyes with you, which immediately made me think of The Hunger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you see all the cool, like you said, the street people, all the punks, all these freaking like metalheads and shit just hanging out in this club, doing their thing. The other crazy thing is there is a Sybil Danning cameo.
Yeah.
Freaking Sybil Danning shows up, sticking out like a sore thumb as she does, walking towards the camera. And I was like, wow, she's in this too? No. Sybil Danning is just on camera long enough for you to notice her.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the reason she's here is because these are the same people, especially, was it Michael Leighton? Michael W. Leighton. He wrote L.A. Bounty, and he's a producer on L.A. Bounty, which I just saw this year for the first time with Sybil Danning and Wings Hauser, and that movie is fucking great.
Yeah, I've yet to see that one, but I did see speculation online. Either they shot it at the same time, or this is like B-roll footage that they just stuck in, or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
because I think her hair is the same. You know what? It might even be the same outfit. So yeah, you might be what it is. But yeah, I highly recommend L.A. Bounty. It's really fun.
Cool.
Michael Fury picks up Jenny, and they have a fun fling where he drinks her blood from above her boob, above her left breast, and then, her left chest. I don't want to say anything dirty. And then he goes to bed. He has a very special way of sleeping. So there's no furniture in this apartment.
It's great because, they're doing this because of the budget more than anything else, most likely. Right. But this whole, the set for this apartment and the way it's lit and everything, it just presages what every erotic thriller in the early 90s is going to look like, basically.
Ooh. I wonder.
It's just I just feel like this is like every direct-to-video, every direct-to-cable erotic thriller has, apartments that look like this. No furniture, no decorations, neon lighting that doesn't come from any noticeable fucking direction.
Sure. I'm wondering if they were a little inspired by Manhunter, maybe, with that.
Oh, that's very Manhunter. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, that's a good call.
He busts out his travel bag and begins to unfold it and starts putting the shit together. And he does this in a very ritualistic manner.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it's his coffin. He's got a portable coffin, which I think every person should be issued one.
It's
just to make life easier.
It's a cool little addition to the vampire kind of thing. It's just why wouldn't a modern vampire find a more convenient way to transport his coffin around if he needs it, right?
Yep, exactly. Before we get to the most important scene in the movie, which I'll have you talk about, there is a little bit of a conversation between Michael Fury and Laurie earlier about communicating with the spirits of the dead victims. She's going to try to commune with the spirits. So while he's getting ready to go to bed for the day, she is trying to communicate with the spirits. We get some cool visuals of some gore, some blood spurting, and some zombified kind of looking women.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get back to that.
Lot of visions. And I will say, just going back to you mentioned X-Files, this feels like a proto X-Files to an extent, except for role reversal, where Michael Fury is more the Scully, a little bit more pulled back and skeptical of things, and Laurie is more the Mulder. And
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I hadn't thought of that. But fuck all that shit, Lee. We got to talk about the egg scene.
Oh my God.
The girls go and they go to Wings's place in the morning. What happens? What is the video shoot here?
Yeah, so video artist Wings Hauser here, Van Vandermeer. First off, he's got a great place because he lives out of this like warehouse kind of deal where he's got his office and then he's got his place where he shoots. So, there's this big warehouse with boxes that he can be thrown in later on. He's got his office. He's got all this conspiracy stuff. He's got Mulder's office, which is the weird thing. Because he's got all the conspiracy posters, Bigfoot, UFO. He's an occultist.
My God.
But he's doing the shoot with the two ladies. He's doing egg-themed photographs. Specifically, and, some of you might out there might have this fetish where you're into ladies having eggs in the knee pit, I guess is the place to put it.
Yeah.
Is the way to put it. Yeah. So he's taking very artistic videos of sexy ladies putting eggs in between their legs and other places, presumably.
It looks sort of innocent until you see the shots that he's getting.
Yeah.
Where it's just her flesh surrounding this egg, and it's like, what am I looking at?
Yeah, kind of looks vaguely vaginal. But the big thing is that, he's very serious about this. He's like, I got to get this shot. And Cherry is just being a goofball. She thinks this thing is stupid and hilarious. Yeah. And she's like touching the egg. And he's like, no, stop. Oh, wait, no, touch the egg. Put your finger on the egg and keep it there. And she's just unable to do it because she wants to tickle Julie. There's some implied fun times between these two that we never see, basically. Mm-hmm. She basically kind of tickles Julie too much to the point where Julie crushes the egg.
Oh, it's cuckoo.
There we go. And I mean, you might go cuckoo if you see this scene because it's something. It is unexpected. Like just that alone is like 2 stars on Letterboxd for me. Like it's like you do this weird shit in a movie like this, you're going somewhere. You're shooting for something, and I love you for it. So
when the egg breaks, and he's like, "Ooh, perfect! Don't clean it! Don't clean it!"
Yeah, don't wipe it off.
Oh, it's so insane. And we go from this insanity to this weird performance art thing where everyone's at this club. Lori's at this club. She's got this hunky guy she's sort of flirting with. He's more interested in her than she is in him. And, of course, Jenny and Cherry are going to go over there and meet up with somebody. Meet up with Van Vandermeer later. But Michael Fury rolls up as well. But this performance artist guy is this really weird character with a very arresting voice.
Yeah.
And he's like reciting this insane shit.
Is this Fraser Smith, I believe? I looked up the Fraser Smith that's mentioned in the cast, and he's much older now, of course, but I think he was and still is kind of like a local radio personality in the area.
Interesting.
They say he's playing Fraser Kelly in the movie, but I didn't catch his name being said or anything. I didn't see a sign.
Oh, yeah. That's him. That's definitely him. But he's really weird. Like,
he is.
He's talking about vampires.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like he's talking about vampires. It's very stream of consciousness, poetry kind of stuff.
It's the kind of wackadoo stuff Jim Morrison would say. It's just kind of nonsense, but, whatever.
Good old Mojo Rising, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
The darkness is his domain. To be seen yet unseen is no difficult task for one such as he. The shadow you thought you did not see flitting against the walls of your darkened bedroom, it was there. The sound you could almost hear, his voice in another form. Yes, the hiss of distant snakes.
So Jenny has been obsessed with Michael Fury since, he sucked her. And I just wanted to say that. And so he has to let her down. He has to get out the grown-up vampire voice and be like, look, it's not you, it's me. Forget about me, okay? Just forget about me. It's never going to work out. You're 21 years old and I'm 700 years old. And as soon as he like snaps his fingers and stops talking in that voice. She goes, "Oh, so can I get your number?"
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Doesn't work. Vampires have no powers of convincing an airhead from L.A. to
Nope.
yeah.
Nope. And one thing they do that I thought was interesting here is at the beginning of the movie, he looks all haggard and gray, and after he feeds on Jenny, he gets color.
Yep.
He gets color, and now he's starting to look a little gray again. So he's got to got to load up on some more Jenny.
I wasn't 100% sure on this, but it seems like in this one, in the lore in this movie,
yeah,
vampires don't seem like they can necessarily turn people to vampires.
There's probably a process,
maybe, but he's definitely reluctant to do it. He's got there's still consent issues here, and he's still using her as a blood bag, but he doesn't want to like kill her and turn her undead. I guess is the thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When the folks are away, it's my responsibility to keep the clan alive. And that's why I stress the two major food groups, pizza and cheeseburgers. And now Pizza Hut has made my job simple with the new double cheeseburger pizza. Check this out. It's loaded with beef topping and cheese, and I can also get it with bacon. And when I get one for $8.99, I get a second for just $4 more. And that means tomorrow's breakfast is already made. Pizza Hut, making it great.
Our pal Van Vandermeer he's starting to believe because of the videotape that he might have something going on here. Mm-hmm. He might have himself a real live vampire, what his family has been hunting, years before he was born. Tell me about his idea, his vampire trap.
Yeah, so he is essentially a serial killer, but like his whole methodology is not because it's some sort of weird thing in him psychologically. He's trying to catch a real live vampire, so he's going about it the best way he can think of doing it, and basically staging these vampire murders and hoping this will get the attention of a real vampire who's going to be. I don't think he thought too far ahead after that, because it's just like, are you not going to just get like the most negative attention from this vampire? Great idea. Good premise. Just, the follow-through wings doesn't turn out too well for you.
Oh, boy. Meanwhile, this part made me laugh so hard. I was dying. This was not meant to be funny. I love this part. It's when Lori she's caught snooping around at Michael Fury's place. She's got the key because she got him the place. She's looking at his little frickin' zip-up coffin and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. But I think she starts to try to summon the spirits while he's there.
Yeah.
And they get into this fugue state of visions and slow-mo. And this movie has that weird slow-mo that they do. So the movie was shot on film, but whenever they do anything slow motion or sped up or like vampire moving too fast effects, mm-hmm. they use this video effect. So they're like refilming the video. It looks very odd. It takes you out of the movie a little bit, but it's a cool effect just for fun.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was just like, who else would be doing that around this time? Like everyone else would just be, doing it on film and just going with like the clunky like way that they would do. But again, there's just some interesting like thought into how they were going to make this work and like show his vampire powers and stuff like that, and show the visions. Comes off a little bit like a music video for some like new wave goth band or something, but whatever.
I laugh because Lori and Michael Fury wrestling, like him trying to stop mm-hmm. her, just the two of them thrashing around, and I laughed. It looks so funny.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as we just did an episode on Mother of Tears.
Oh,
and when Daria Nicolodi is wrestling with the guy at the end of that movie while he's on fire. That looks so bad because I think she was up there in years, and I think the guy she was wrestling with was trying not to hurt her.
Yeah.
And so it was like a bad dance, and this is like a bad dance as well. I love it.
Yeah, Dario's don't try to hurt her. Just be very gentle with her. Yeah.
Her bones are like eggshells. Leave her alone. Jeez. Anyway, Jenny does not listen at all to Michael, and she goes to Van Vandermeer's place to snoop, to find evidence on his tapes, because he films everything. Unfortunately, she gets caught, and he's known. She walked right into this, because Van Vandermeer, because he was filming her body, he had seen the bite marks on her breast, and so she's not going to do well. He kidnaps her, puts her in his freaking room that is painted with garlic oil.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is where the movie got too real for me, where Wings scares the shit out of this actress. Hopefully they were cool when they were doing this scene, but he's roughing her up and smacking her around, and I'm just like, she's a really good actress, or she was legit fucking terrified.
It could be either or a little column A, little column B. I wouldn't be surprised, man.
Oh my God. He straps her to his kill table, which we've been seeing visions of, covered in blood. And he uses, this is very interesting, he uses bat fangs.
Yep.
And he pierces her jugular and starts to drain her blood out of her. And he acts like he's going to keep her alive. Just enough, but then he don't do that.
No. I mean, he basically gets the jugular right away, and he's like, "Oh, we got a little bit of spillage there, or whatever. Got to fix that up." And then,
and this is kind of what we've been seeing. Some of the visions that Laurie has been getting is partly the other victims, but partly this moment. I think she's also seeing into the future a little bit. Michael shows up way too late, and believe it or not, Van Vandermeer gets the upper hand. And just fucking shoots him with like a Desert Eagle or some crazy giant gun.
Enough to put enough holes in him from the bleed out enough that he's too weak to fight back, I guess, is the idea here. But.
And we see some of the titular pale blood, because they're talking about how vampires don't have regular blood or something. So it's sort of like a watery kind of blood thing going on. I was confused. By how pale this blood was going to be. But yeah, Laurie comes to the rescue, and folks, spoiler alert, it's over. We're spoiling everything. She is a vampire.
Yeah.
And just to make you doubt yourself just a little bit more, they keep playing fast and loose with she's knocking on the door, and then she's gone, but then she's inside. But then she's not very threatening. She doesn't immediately just rip this guy's fucking head off.
Yeah, no, she's having fun.
Yeah, and she ends up locked in the room with Michael Fury, and you think, oh, he's trying to resist feeding on her, which is interesting, because how do two vampires not fucking know each other?
That's one of the big things about this, where it's like, yeah, maybe they can't, or something. You'd think they would after they share the psychic visions. You think there would be enough there, but whatever. The movie doesn't quite get there with the writing on that, but I still love, like this kind of, once we get this reveal, this explains why she was so like not afraid of Michael Fury when she gets caught in the apartment, snooping around. She's just kind of like, hey, I was snooping in your apartment. What of it?
And my favorite thing is in her apartment, in Laurie's apartment, she has vampire posters on every wall, vampire books on every shelf, vampire memorabilia. She probably has a pillow, a life-size pillow of Bela Lugosi she sleeps with. She's literally watching Nosferatu.
Yeah.
So you think she's just a fangirl.
Yeah.
But no, she's just like, she really does love everything about vampires.
She loves being a vampire, and she's into all the fun stuff about being a vampire, and she just wants to find another vampire. And she's like,
there it is. Somehow she inspires our pal. Or does he drink some of her vampire blood? I'm not sure.
I think they just fuck, and now he's happy.
Now he's ready. He kicks the fucking door off the place, off this freezer that they had them locked in, that Van Vandermeer had them locked in.
That looks so cool too. He just pushes his arm out and just pushes it, and it's like, oh yeah. Yeah.
And then he does some levitation thanks to some nice wires that help him very nicely. And then you think, okay, Van Vandermeer is going to get fucking killed, but nope, they knock him out. And then he comes to in a psych ward.
Yep.
And now we see the beginning of the movie where we heard the narration. He is showing his footage to the other inmates. But the footage, the quality is not real good. What is happening with that footage there?
Yeah, no, it must have been pay cable. It's all scrambled.
Gotta get
see
one
a
of those.
titty.
Gotta
See
get
a
one of those
titty once in a while.
descramblers.
No, it's just static. It's there's no video basically. It's just dead air.
We get some very calm and totally not over the top portrayals of the mentally disturbed, and then he goes to he's sent to his room where Lori and Michael just come in to kind of threaten him a little bit, check on him, and the most wonderful thing, Wings Hauser, totally subdued, just lays down and pulls the covers over his head.
I'm done.
And then we get some more Agent Orange, and that's the whole movie. I'll see if we can track down some other trivia here. Other than the Agent Orange, I don't remember the music at all.
Yeah, I didn't write down who did the music, but it's very 90s softcore electronic music. Again, it feels like a precursor to like every one of those like Shannon Tweed kind of things.
Nice.
It's just no saxophone. That's all. It's the only difference, you know.
This composer's name is Jan A.P. Kazmarek, and he just passed away last year. But he, oh my gosh, he scored tons. Good Lord. This guy liked to work. Where's he from? This looks like he's yet another element, a member of this crew that was from another country. Okay. I believe he was Hungarian because some of the movies he worked on were Hungarian.
Okay.
So from Hungary to Hong Kong to Illinois to Japan, where you were.
That's a crazy combo. It really is.
He did a movie that I need to rewatch. I haven't seen this in literal years. 1993's Doppelganger.
Oh, with Drew Barrymore?
Yeah, that's a weird one, dude. That one and Night Angel I saw almost back to back on cable. Like one late Saturday night, I saw Doppelganger, and then like a week later, I saw Night Angel, and it was bonkers ass movies. Holy shit! Cinematography is by Jerry Lively. Oh boy, he shot Hellraiser 3, y'all.
Oh really? I mean,
awesome! Yay!
Hellraiser 3. Now I think about it, it looks a lot like this movie does when it's on the street and stuff. Yeah.
He shot the year before this. He shot. Oh my god, this is so exciting! Girlfriend from Hell. I fucking love Girlfriend from Hell. And then the year before that, he shot Waxwork.
Oh, nice!
Hot damn! Nice. He shot Warlock the Armageddon.
That's cool.
He shot Return of the Living Dead 3.
Yeah, the Romeo and Juliet one.
He shot 2 segments and the wraparound story of Necronomicon, Book of the Dead.
Another good one.
I love this guy. And yeah, his career just goes on and on and on. What the fuck? Brilliant. Not a lot of trivia. Did you have anything about this movie?
No, I didn't really see anything out there. It was just nothing that other than what IMDb was really saying. And yeah.
Okay, Wikipedia says this was filmed in Hong Kong.
Maybe interior shots.
Maybe. I definitely didn't get that vibe, but then again, when you have an American cinematographer, you might not notice the Hong Konginess.
I mean, if everything they were showing that was supposed to be LA was actually Hong Kong, then he's an even better cinematographer than we're giving him credit for. Because
wow,
yeah,
he's a genius. Well, let's leave it at that. Lee, how do you feel about Pale Blood?
I was pleasantly surprised by it. I thought it was okay. It's going to be a junky thing that Wings Hauser showed up in, and he's going to take over the entire production, and everything else is just going to be kind of under his weight. And it's like, no, actually, he's just like, he's a cog in it. He gets to do his thing. They give him enough time to like breathe a little bit with his lines and stuff, but he's just part of like a big picture. And it's, despite the film's limitations here and there, like there's a few little snags with the writing and stuff. It's really shot well. It's got a unique mood to it. It's got a nice little freshening of the vampire lore to modernize it a little bit, which I thought was cool. It takes itself very seriously,
Yes.
but never to the point where it's like laughably, like it's taking itself like some vanity project that takes itself too seriously. It's just, it takes itself serious and you get sucked into it. It feels like it's the pilot for a vampire detective show that was never made. Like, it feels like this could have been like right up there with Forever Night as like a weekly syndicated thing, you know?
Yep.
And I would have watched it because I would have loved to see Laurie and Michael Fury like doing paranormal detective work throughout the city. That would have been great.
Yeah, especially like if they were filming in LA around this time and kept that vibe going, that would have been cool.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this could have been really lazy garbage, and it's anything but that. Everybody here's trying. Everyone's punching above their weight class. They get the most out of everything they had, and missing gems like this, these are the fun ones to discover because they end up being like really good. And again, yeah, I was just pleasantly surprised. I just had fun through the whole thing, and it surprised me several times. You know, the egg stuff was like, where is this coming from? But I love it. So yeah, no, this big recommendation for this one.
Nice. I liked this. I'm kind of on the fence on if I loved it. I did get a pretentious feeling, but that's okay because, like you said, they're trying to do something different. They're working hard. The ambitious editing was cool. The little subtle things were neat. Wings is so scary. This isn't like Vice Squad, terrifying Wings, but he's so weird. It's, oh my God, I love it. I guess this would be trivia. I'm pretty sure we were seeing some shots of these little wooden bridges in LA that go over like a canal.
Okay.
And they're like white, painted white. I'm pretty sure this was where Nancy and Johnny Depp's character in Nightmare on Elm Street were standing and having a burger while they're talking about setting traps.
Okay, yeah.
Like the dream, talking about the lucid dreaming stuff. I think that was a location there that I could be wrong, but it looks familiar. But yeah, I also recommend this one for your late 80s, early 90s fix. And I must track down Red Blooded American Girl because I seriously thought I was watching that until I realized that's a different movie.
Gotta get Pace Blood as well. That'll be a good one.
Yes, Pace Blood. They take that one a lot slower, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, come on. So Lee, before I let you run out of here screaming or at least cracking eggs in your knee pit,
I got a whole dozen waiting down in the fridge, man.
Don't wipe it off. Don't wipe it off. Could you please tell me about a recently seen and loved movie? It can be an old favorite, or it could be one you saw for the first time recently. What do you got?
Sure. Just recently, I watched a movie I've been wanting to tick off my list for a while. It's Unforgiven, but from 2013. It's the Japanese remake of Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven.
I did not know that It existed.
Yeah, directed by Sang Il Lee, and it stars Ken Watanabe and Jun Kinyamura. And it's like a shot-for-shot remake, but it's just set in Japan instead, at the end of the Tokugawa shogunate, like right where the samurai class kind of gets phased out. So instead of being an old gunfighter, Ken Watanabe playing the Clint Eastwood character is playing a former samurai who fought in the Civil War that happened, basically, where they ran the shogunate out. But it follows Unforgiven pretty much beat for beat. There's a few little asides that are different. The guy who plays the Gene Hackman character in this looks like Charles Bronson if he was Asian. Like, he's got a big mustache, and he just looks like Charles Bronson out of like Red Son, if you've ever seen that movie.
Of course.
This movie has a little bit of social message going for it, apart from the violent men trying to escape their past kind of thing from Unforgiven. This is paying a little bit of attention to the Ainu people in Hokkaido, who are like an indigenous part of Japan that they kind of like live in northern Japan. There's a little bit of them in like Siberia as well, and they're a distinct culture that was at this time, historically, they were trying to like integrate them into Japanese society and make them Japanese, quote unquote.
Oh, yes, I've heard of these people. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a little bit about that. The guy who plays the Schofield Kid character from the original Unforgiven is one of these indigenous people, and so he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's kind of playing it like Toshiro Mifune. He's playing it like Toshiro Mifune.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun with this. You think a shot for shot remake, it's either going to go the way of Psycho, where it's just like, why are we doing this?
Right.
Or it has something new to say, and this has something new to say, and it's a really beautiful movie at the same time. So I really liked it.
I just realized that I was mixing up The Unforgiven with that Sam Raimi Western.
Oh, Quick and the Dead.
With Quick and the Dead. That's, my brain is just like, I can't remember movie titles, but I can sure smash together two totally different fucking movies.
I mean, it's one of those movies that came out in the wake of Unforgiven, where it's like, oh, we want to do Westerns again. So, yeah.
Yay. That's funny. I'll probably cut that part where I mentioned fucking DiCaprio. But anyway, that sounds amazing. I've definitely never heard of this version. That's cool.
Yeah. I was on another podcast and someone recommended it. I was like, what? That's a thing?
I will watch that.
Yeah.
Well, my pick is also from Japan. It's called Black Tight Killers.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I had never heard of this. I mean, 60s Japanese pop cinema. There's so much. It's so much. And who knows how much of it has survived over the years. Mm-hmm. Japan has a funny relationship with film preservation. Yeah. Some stuff we're lucky to have, and some stuff is lost forever. But yeah, this is 1966, directed by Yasuharu Hasebe, and it is so much fun. Somebody probably on Twitter or something was just posting the Radiance Films trailer. The announcement for this, and it just looked like my cup of tea. I'm a big fan of the girl gang movies from the early 70s. That Pinky Violence box set, the ones that don't go too far with the sleaze are usually my cup of tea. And this was an absolute blast with an ex-military guy coming back from Vietnam and ends up embroiled in some kind of gold heist from World War II, and all hell breaks loose, and he's being chased by these 6 amazing ladies in black tights who are just wrecking all the freaking Yakuza, wrecking him, just kicking all kinds of ass. Highly recommended.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
That Radiance disc is very nice. It has a standout scene where is it a photography studio?
I think you're right.
Yeah, there's like a photography where they're bursting through the walls.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a dream sequence, but they're bursting through these, like, they'll burst through a green wall, and behind the green wall, which is made of paper, is a pink room. And then the lady, she bursts through the pink. Yeah. And then there's a red room, and it keeps going. It's just so crazy. But yeah. How's about you tell the folks how to find your podcasts? Is it podcast? It's podcast plural, so please tell the folks how they can find you, Lee.
So if you want to hear my main podcast that I do, They Must Be Destroyed on Site, go to tmbdos.podbean.com. I have a secondary show on there as well that covers movie soundtracks and scores called Blood on the Tracks that I do every month. We try to do the regular show weekly. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, we're no court psyops over there, fucking just pumping them out like for 18 years straight or whatever the fuck it does. God. But yeah, I'm on another podcast where I guess technically makes me a fellow Legion podcast person, because I'm on Last Call at Torchies with Gary Hill and Cameron Scott. And that's where we're covering chronologically the films and TV work of Walter Hill.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and that comes out every once in a while whenever we can get together and do it. Gary has a weird schedules sometimes, so sometimes we don't always get to record for like a month and a half or more. But it's fine. It's a fun time, and you can find that at Legion Podcasts under the Butcher Shop collection of shows that Gary Hill does. So
nice. Yes, folks, in the links to this episode, I'll have links to everything, so you can find all this good stuff easily. But no, I'm loving your freaking Blood on the Tracks, because like I have my handful of scores that I listen to just as like let's fire up the Nightmare on Elm Street score.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know about this one as far as its score. So Tangerine Dream did the music for Strange Behavior.
Yes.
Or AKA Dead Kids.
Dead Kids, yep.
And I bought, foolishly thinking this was going to be awesome, I bought the record. They finally got the music, and I want to say it was TerrorVision released it. Mm-hmm. And now, TerrorVision, this is not their fault. The packaging, amazing. The cover, the gatefold cover, beautiful. The splatter, the like neon green, neon pink splatter vinyl, sick as fuck. I loved it. But the what they had to work with was not great. So it sounded good. It was perfect quality, perfectly listenable, but Tangerine Dream must have been like paid by the second, because every track, I think the longest track on that disc was like 45 seconds.
Wow.
Like they did just little tiny interstitial moments for the movie. And that was it. Like, sometimes you'll be listening to somebody's rip of a soundtrack and you can tell that they just ripped it off of the VHS or ripped it off the DVD, and it just fades in real fast. There might be a little background sound or talking, then it fades into the music.
Mm-hmm.
This definitely isn't that. This is from tapes. You could tell they had the originals, but why Tangerine Dream resisted the temptation to like make a 3-minute song?
They just might have not had the time.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
It is, and I sold it.
Yeah. Because
it's just not fun to listen to.
Because sometimes, like, especially Tangerine Dream around that time, they were doing so much. Like, I could see them, like, they had to knock this out in a studio, and it's like, we're not writing full pieces. We're just going to write segments. And these are for the scenes. This is what we need, kind of thing. Yep. I could see that. But then you get someone like Morricone back in the 70s, especially when he was at his most prolific. A movie would come along. It's an Italian crime film. Here's 2 pieces of music. You split it up. You slow it down. You speed it up the way you want. I don't give 2 shits. I'm on to the next project, man.
Peace. Yeah, it's not like somebody like, speaking of Italians, like Cipriani, where you get one of his scores and you've got like 14 variations of the same thing, but also you have like the love theme. And then the pop single with the lady singing. Yeah, oh my God. You never feel like you've been left hanging by Cipriani.
Hey, Cipriani, could you score my new car chase movie from Italy? Sure. Have you heard my score from Tentacles? Well, you're gonna.
Yeah, there's I had to sell another record. What did I buy? So I got the score for Absurd.
Yeah.
Anthropophagus 2. And then later, as I love that score, later I bought the score for Pieces.
Yeah. Okay.
And I have already sold that record for Pieces. Because it was all the same music except for the that fanfare, the brr, 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 at the tennis court. That's the only thing that was different.
Yeah, it can be dicey. Like half the time, even the companies that are like putting the stuff out don't know what it is and where it's from, and they improperly label it. Doing my show, as much as I love it, it can be just a pain in the ass sometimes trying to like track down accurate information on any of this.
Well, you're doing good work, and you're gonna solve some mysteries, and then some no one knows. They're all dead.
Yeah.
Well, dude, thank you so much. I'm glad we finally freaking arranged this. And it sounds like you just rode away on your motorcycle there.
There's this asshole who fucking lives in the subdivision behind. He always revs right on the street coming out to the main road.
What a cool dude.
Yeah. Big dick on them.
Our neighbor has a truck that's bigger than my house, and it's like, I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, can I call the cops now? Is it late enough to report this shit? What is this?
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you, sir. That was fun.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was an absolute honor and a thrill to be on here. So.
And folks, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Goodbye.
Folks, thanks so much for listening to this episode. If you'd like to write into the show, send an email to doomedmoviethon@gmail.com or hit us up at doomedmoviethon on Instagram or at doomedmoviethon on Twitter or at doomedmoviethon at Discord, or go to Hello This Is the Doomed Show on Facebook and message us there. If you want more Hello This Is the Doomed Show, go to doomedmoviethon.com and click the podcast button for the archive, or go to YouTube and look up Doomed Moviethon and you'll find the classic episodes of Hello, This Is the Doomed Show. And if that's still not enough, I have written some books, about my love of movies over on Amazon.com. Just look up Richard Glenn Schmidt and you'll find Giallo Meltdown, a Moviethon Diary, Giallo Meltdown 2, Cinema Somnambulist, or Doomed Moviethon, the book. Hello, This is the Doom Show is a proud member of the Legion Podcast Network. Go to legionpodcast.com and check out the other great shows over there.